Start?
Yes.
Okay. Hi everybody, it's Jessica Schab and I am here with my friend Izzi, and I am so excited to share her with you guys. You have no idea because she is just a great inspiration to me, and the kind of conversations we've been having has really given me a whole new perspective on a lot of things and got me very excited. So anyway, without further ado, Izzi, welcome.
Thank you. Hello. And that was a lovely introduction. Thank you.
Well, it was true. It's all true. And the first thing I wanted to share with everybody, because me and you are both keen on being raw foodists the best we can be, right? And also just being as natural as possible as well, as far as what kind of stuff we put on our bodies. You know what I mean? No, us trying to stray away from chemicals as much as we can. So some of the things that I learned from you is quite, I found very, very interesting, and I think other people might be able to benefit from this information as well too. So I do want to tell people a little bit about your natural beauty regime.
Sure. I pretty much cut out, I think, 95% of the products that I used to buy. And now I only buy organic shampoo, organic conditioner, organic toothpaste, preferably made in a local area wherever you live,
Mm-hmm.
and organic argan oil made in Morocco. It's a huge industry for them in Morocco, and they've been making it for over 5,000 years, and they use it for anything like for cooking, to skin, and their hair, and I like it. I like it a lot. It's not very greasy. You can put a little bit on your skin, a little bit on your hair, and it just conditions it perfectly. And for washing, I don't use any chemicals to remove makeup. I just if I wear makeup, which I also use organic makeup maybe once a month or something. If I remove it, I use olive oil,
Mm-hmm.
and I wash my face with lemon. Just squeeze lemon juice. If you want to get a little bit more vitamins in there, then I just put some silica gel in there. But just pure lemon is the best thing. It kills all the bacteria. I use it as deodorant. I wash my walls with it, my floors with it. Lemon is the thing. You can do anything with lemon, and of course, drink it. If you drink at least one lemon a day, it'll keep you healthy and clean inside. And
Alkalized.
yes,
Because
yes,
of you, I drink lemons all the time, and I do feel a difference as well. How have you found the results with using argan oil and lemon on your skin and your hair? What's the difference?
Well,
What changes have you?
it's just smooth skin. I've never had issues with my skin, but you get the typical teenage breakouts and things like that. And I used to
Mm,
be a tennis player, so
mm-hmm.
I used to get dirty every single day, sweaty and filthy, and just dirty. And I
Yeah.
used to use normal the regular things that you find in a Shoppers Drug Mart or any store like that. And it ruined my skin. It removed the upper layers, and I would burn much easier when I went out in the sun, and my skin wasn't as clear as it is now. It's not perfect. Women their skin tends to act up sometimes when they're approaching their period. So with hormonal changes, you're gonna still see your skin acting up a little bit. But overall, I just found that it's so much more clear. And the argan oil, even when you overdo it, you put a lot, it never gets greasy to the point where it clogs up your pores. So
Hmm.
you're never gonna wake up like with some goo on your face like you would with if you do overdo it with moisturizer. Argan oil just gets very easily absorbed, and it keeps everything clear and clean. I find.
And you have beautiful, long, flowing Pocahontas hair. And so, how is it? What have you noticed with your hair, with what you've been using?
Same thing. I do use organic shampoo and conditioner,
Mm-hmm.
and the only difference that I saw there is that it doesn't, when you have long hair, your scalp does tend to get dry, So I have to be really careful. You cannot wash your hair too often. You can't go 2 weeks without washing it either. So you want to find the perfect balance for you. But I find that regular shampoos, they do dry the skin. They leave a lot of unwanted residue. They dry the hair unnecessarily. So organic works better for me.
Mm-hmm.
But the really big change was rinsing it with lemon juice, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't want to use lemon juice, then apple cider vinegar also works. But I find that apple cider vinegar smells. It's not always a pleasant smell. And lemon is always a nice and pleasant smell. And just rub it into your scalp, and you'd be surprised that it does not dry the scalp out.
Mm-hmm.
It actually, I don't want to say moisturizes it, but it leaves it in a really good, fresh state. And then if you put some argan oil, just a little bit on your hair, especially if you have long hair and thick hair, it'll condition it. It'll be very easy to comb. You can go out in the wind. It won't break easily. I saw a huge difference when I started doing that with my hair. That's how it got so long. My hair is down to my butt.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I'm wanting to grow my hair out now too, so maybe I'll try that. I know that it's also, lemon works really good for blondes, for a natural lightener for the hair as well. And the idea for replacing deodorant with lemon is great, because our deodorant in the stores, they basically prevent us from sweating. And to sweat is basically a toxin that we need to remove from our body to prevent the toxin from leaving, and it's staying in this area. No wonder a lot of women are getting things like breast cancer. So the deodorant really is freaking me out, and so I've been looking for all kinds of alternatives, and so I'm really excited to try the lemon. When you were in Florida just recently as well, did you find that you were not burning as easy as you did before with your regime?
Well, I don't, that's hard to say, because before I used to literally lay out in the sun for hours and hours, because I would play tennis and I had these horrible zebra tan marks
Mm-hmm.
that I would try to get rid of every Sunday. When people were at church, I would go on the beach and just try to tan it off. But I don't do that anymore, because I do have sensitive skin. I remember burning easily. So it's hard to compare, because this time when I went to Florida, I didn't
Mm-hmm.
stay out in the sun that much. But I feel my skin is reacting better to the sun now. I can't remember the last time I did get burnt, and I don't usually protect myself. I don't wear any sunscreen.
Me neither.
Wearing any sunscreen. So people who like to wear sunscreen, please do. But I don't, and I just don't see the need for myself, because I don't react negatively to the sun, even when I'm out for a few hours.
Same.
But just to mention with the lemon under the armpits, another thing, a reason why women should be more, I think, open to the idea of just using something more natural, is because a lot of women shave their armpits. And,
Not me.
I do, and I know there's pros and cons to that, but you're leaving open wounds for about a day, and right on it you put deodorant or some sort of chemical that clogs up not only the pores, but the glands that are supposed to remove the toxins, but you're also clogging up open wounds. It's like a man, after he would shave, if he put deodorant on his face, they put alcohol on their face to disinfect. And lemon is a really good disinfectant. So if you have a wound, anything like that, lemon is one of the better things to put on it. And if you're shaving, it will sting. You can maybe not put it on for a couple of hours if you don't want to, but eventually that is what I find one of the better things to put under your arms if you are a woman and you care about your boobs.
I think we all care about our boobs. Wow, yes, thank you so much for sharing that. I never thought of that, so that's just a very good point. The other thing is, you have been a great accountability partner with me and raw food, because it's not easy being a raw foodist, and you got to be gentle with yourself if you do fall off the bandwagon, but not too gentle with yourself that you're like, oh, I'll make an exception for this and this and this. So it's you've been really influential and helpful in that way with me, and I just thought if there was any kind of tips or advice you could give to anybody about being a raw foodist, and also the before and after that you have noticed with it as well.
I guess I'll start with the before and after. For me, again, one of the first things that I noticed was my skin just more clear than I've had before. My hair got better as well. It just felt, I don't want to say thicker in a way, but something changed in my hair. I'm not sure. It seems like it was thicker and it's growing more. And, you know, when you do have long hair, you are a hair freak and you want to see them growing more and more and more.
It must be so difficult when you go to the bathroom, or it's just in your way kind of a thing. It'll be like tangled. You're going to be like tangled before we know it kind of a thing.
So
using it for...
You don't have these kind of problems. Believe me, if you have a brain, you're not going to have, you know, hair in the toilet kind of problem. But before and after, energy, you do have a different level of energy. It takes less time to digest food, and so you have more time to repair your body and to run around and do things. I found it's easier to get up in the morning. I'm not a morning person, and it's always been a struggle. But it is easier when you're on a raw food diet. You have more energy throughout the day. Your eyes are clearer. Another thing is... you know, your body just is fresher all around. Everything from the breath to BO, how people normally have. Raw foodists, just me, from myself, my experience and the people I've been with, people that eat raw food, there's just a different scent about them. Everything from maybe the pheromones, if we can pick it up, to their physical scent. It's fresh. And it makes sense if you really think about it, what you're putting into your body, what you're putting out. The food stays in it for much less time, so there's less toxins in there. So those are all the improvements that I saw in my own body. Of course, also you get more lean because the extra fat, your body just absorbs it and takes care of that if you don't put extra carbs and processed foods into your body. And I guess the only advice I would have to people is... just to listen to your body, listen to the cravings, pay attention to the cravings that you know are not healthy. If you're craving chocolate, like a lot of times I do, I immediately know that there's something wrong with my energy levels. I either didn't eat enough fruit in the morning or enough fruit the night before. So I will immediately compensate with a really potent fruit shake with about 2 or 3 bananas. And after you eat 2 or 3 bananas or strawberries and blueberries, the last thing you want to eat is chocolate. And it's a much better replacement. And I can't say I always do it. I do cheat a little bit. I don't, support it or promote it or anything. But if it happens, it's okay. Just recoup and keep trying. And the more often you replace your negative habits with positive ones, the better off you'll be. You will see that your lifestyle will just change little by little every day.
Yeah, but each to their own too, right? I mean, you have to go at it at your own pace as well, right? And you just have to feel ready. That's a big thing as well. And we're not like saying that, glorifying raw food is that, it's the only way kind of a thing. But this is just what works really well. When you're able to stick to it, the kind of results that you have is really good. And so the reason I'm making these videos even is just to have people try it and see what they experience. And if they want to even go back, because I find a lot of people, they don't want to go back. They'll cheat, but it'll be harder for them the more they kind of venture down that road because of how they feel. Just like doing the Bikram yoga, the more you do it, or yoga in general, the more you just don't want to kind of give it up. Because you feel it's very, very hard, but that's not going to stop you from doing it. Like a lot of people, like, oh, it's too much for me. I'm not going to. Because when you feel so good, it's worth it, and you just keep going.
That's exactly it. Yeah, it all comes down to choices and learning about which choices benefit you in the long run and which ones don't. It's okay to treat yourself once in a while. You don't want to be a claustrophobic freak on this planet. You want to give yourself an opportunity.
Repressed.
To experiment. Yeah, just try things.
Yeah.
But learn the patterns that work best for you, and definitely don't force yourself, because I have quite a few people approaching me that, they want to become vegetarian or vegan, but it's so hard. If it's so hard, you're probably not ready. I literally, almost 4 years ago, I woke up one day, and I knew I was going to be a vegetarian since I was about 16. Something started to click in my brain that I shouldn't be eating meat. It just, for so many reasons, it felt so wrong. And 4 years ago. I just woke up and it clicked, and I never touched meat again. And this past December,